right now. Do this right now. Stocks are now entering a gap, and we have to be very mindful of where we could go after the election. Are we going to hold the 50 MA? Are we going to enter the gap? Or is something very different going to happen? Are we going to get a big old trick, right? Just like Halloween. Well, so far we're seeing signs of weakness, but we do not yet have confirmation. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. What do we have to see on the S&P 500 and also on the Nasdaq to confirm that we're actually going lower? It's not going to be a surprise. Pause the video. We're going to go through a scenario of number one or number two. What if stocks go up? What if stocks go down? All right, what's on the line? Hey, if you've been living under a rock, tech stocks push higher as vote is now in full swing. In the next couple of hours, we're probably going to find out who the next president is. I'm going to go refresh here. And what do we note? Nothing as of right now. We can see a couple of Senate and House votes, but it's way too early to call. I believe at around 8 p.m. Eastern time is when results really start coming in. Hey, stocks are pretty happy today. Let's make it easier to understand. All right, no group. All right, there we go. Biggest blocks are the ones that are moving. If we look here to the last week, all right, this is where things are still fairly mixed. So if we go back here to sectors, we note that, all right, well, the upper half is not really doing that hot. The bottom half doing pretty good. So take out Apple, Microsoft, again, the biggest stocks and the most important ones, and they look okay. They're really mixed, to say the least. It's really interesting to see that bears are actually saying that we could actually go to 6,100 on a FOMO kick-in after the election. Oh my goodness, this guy's normally a bear. And he's saying that not a lot of consternation and people feel good. Excellent, let's go up. Let's take the elevator. As of right now, we want to be very mindful that we've not yet actually bounced back into greed. So if it's still a buy the dip, what should we look for? It's a very simple recipe. We go from where we are now at 44 back into neutral and then back into greed. That would mean that stocks are time to go up, baby. Right now we got a low. Is this the higher low? 38, 40. Well, it's awfully close, right? Can't afford to really bounce around much more here. So if stocks roll over, this will be very interesting. Let me make it very clear for you, right? It's been about 2 minutes so far. As we're entering the gap here, what I said is that I want to see what happens between the gap and filling the gap. Overnight, what's going to happen? Well, we're probably going to gap one way or the other. If I was to guess, I don't know, right? Actually, I can't guess. I think we're going to get a gap up or a gap down tomorrow. Which way? I'm not sure. Powerful move today. We talked about yesterday about the 4 candles in a row. They're all hollow. Well, today they bought the dip. Gap and go. What was so interesting is that as soon as we formed the daily higher high, man, it was off to the races, right to the gap. And the volume's not even really that strong. So as of right now, the beach ball remains above water, and there's not really much to worry about. If we shift gears here to the QQQs, what do we note? Same thing. Nice snapback today. Key bounce, gap up to a key pivot. That's going to correspond with our key relative high here going back to June. And the reason why this is significant is because it's looking pretty good too. Got inside the gap, nicely above yesterday's high. Are we going to fill the gap? Hey, it all looks pretty good. Remember I think on the stream this morning, I said, the interesting thing about a yellow light is that you don't really know what to do until it happens. Sometimes you're in the intersection, sometimes you're not. But please remember, when we are between, that should be 575, not 565. When we're approaching where we break, meaning strong support, it's actually strong support. Oops, what am I saying here? As we're approaching an area that's going to confirm, again, not give us evidence. Right now, we're seeing evidence that the charts are breaking down. That would be the daily chart with those 4 full candles in a row slammed down to the 50 DMA. On the weekly, here we got 2 full weeks in a row. And as of yesterday, not including today, a 3rd full candle in a row, which is why I keep saying that we have to be mindful of where these close, not what they do. As of right now, it's a failed breakdown. This is also a failed breakdown. So depending on how you slice and dice the data, yes, 3 lower highs, 3 lower lows as of right now. But we have a failed break and a failed break. Man, just tell me what this means because I'm getting confused. It means we were on support. We went as low as 567 and strong support is at 565. Where we go from here is really important. So in the next day, in next 1 to 2 days, if we get an election that is decided and it's finalized, I think we're going to get a gap and go. Watch and see what happens here at 579. This is a really key area. Why? Because if we're able to advance and go higher, I'll tell you exactly what can happen in a minute here. But first, I'm going to ask you to please consider smashing the thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much ahead of time. So yesterday we went over and looked at the ES and I said, hey, we're right here on the 50 DMA. Are you prepared and what to do right now? We'll talk about that for the next 3 minutes here. We went back to 2016 And I noted that this was the first time that Donald Trump got elected. So what was the market doing? Well, it had a huge move lower. Everyone was panicking overnight. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. Donald Trump is president. What's going to happen? Oh my God, sell everything. Limit down, -5%. But after the limit down, we got a halt, I believe. I have to go back and check. I can't remember. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. I can't remember. But by the next day, man, it's a hollow candle. Oh my goodness. What does that mean? Dip buyers came in, and by the time that SPY opened, the gap on the chart got fixed. And then what happened after that? People are like, no, Trump's not good for stocks. Trump is not good for the economy. Well, let's zoom out. What happened? Oh my God, mega big up crew came in. The bull crew came in over key averages. Then what happened? Bounce, 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 bounce. Oh my God, it dropped. Yeah. Eventually it dropped down to strong support with a low, higher low, higher low. So if we're objective here, that's what 2016 was. What happened in 2020? Let's fast forward. Oh my God, end of the world. Yeah, temporarily it was. Everything got shut down. Where's election night here? November. Oh, here we go. Oh my God, gapped up too much now. Right now we can't. Oh, we gapped up too strong here. Yeah, that was the gap up on Joe Biden. Oh my God, we got lower highs. Yeah, we got a pennant forming here. Then what happened? Oh my God, breakout. Bounce, 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 bounce. Again, the commentary here is supposed to be a little bit humorous because this is really simple. What we tend to do as humans is overcomplicate things because we need a reason to matter. But oh my goodness, what's happening here? Well, bounce, bounce, bounce. Came to strong support. Didn't quite hit it. Back above. Bounce, bounce. Do you get it? If we go higher from here and we take out that key area that I just pointed out or fill the gap, where are we probably going to go? Higher and higher and higher and higher. Could Mike Wilson be right? Maybe. Could he be wrong? Maybe. What matters? What matters is the feedback. So that's the news versus the reaction to the news. And then after all this, we got the big daddy, right? We got NVDA coming in for earnings. Oh my goodness. Is that going to make some soup? Is that going to make some nice bullish soup or a nice cup and handle? Looks like we got a decision here or an apex where our uptrend meets resistance, and we're going to go to either new all-time highs or not. We're back into hollow candles. Oh my goodness. Looking here to the monthly chart as well. Another hollow green candle. Nice. This would be a record close. All right, let's close it out. So as of right now, even though there are signs of weakness and we have stopped going up, we are not yet going down. Oh my goodness, what did I do? Delete everything? No, not that place. Wanted to just delete the drawings. No, not my Fibonacci. All right, let's go here. Delete all drawings. There we go. We don't have confirmation yet. I would say we're going sideways. Why? Because the beach ball is still above water, above 565. The S&P is strong. It's just a matter of how strong. If we get a lower low and close below the low, we get all three by Friday at 4 o'clock. That's after Jerome Powell, right? Election's one thing. What's going to happen by the time we get to the end of by the end of the week? Well, that's why you got to subscribe to the channel or come hang out with me at 9:15 a.m. tomorrow. Thanks so much.